Hello everyone. In this session of CCNA series, I'm going to discuss about some of the main concept of switching called trunk. Also, I'll discuss about 802.1q and native VLAN. There are two different types of port in a switch environment: access port and trunk port. In this session, I'll discuss about trunk port first. A trunk port is a port connected to another switch or a router. Trunk port can carry multiple VLANs, which enables us to extend VLANs across the entire network. In a trunk, frames are tagged by assigning a VLAN ID to each frame as they traverse between switches. To identify which traffic belongs to a particular VLAN, VLAN encapsulation method is used. There are two VLAN encapsulation or trunking protocols: 802.1q and ISL. 802.1q is the most common trunking protocol. It is the industry standard protocol and thus supported by multiple vendors. Whereas ISL is a Cisco proprietary and not supported on non-Cisco switches. Let's have a quick look at 802.1q frame. As you can see, it is similar to normal Ethernet frame, but with additional tag in the middle. It includes 4 different fields, starting with VLAN ID, also called VLAN identifier, which lets you know to which VLAN the Ethernet frame belongs. These 12 bits are allocated for the VLAN ID for values ranging from 1 to 4095. The next field we have is CFI, also known as Canonical Format Indicator. This single bit field was used to indicate bit orders or flags for routing information associated with legacy protocols such as token ring and FDDI. Now, since the switching is based on Ethernet, therefore the field is almost never used and the value is typically 0. The next field we have is priority, a 3-bit used in quality of service implementation, also called class of service. Then we have another field called TPID, also called tag protocol ID, indicates whether a frame is VLAN tagged. By default, the TPID value is 0x8100, which indicates that the frame is VLAN tagged. Different vendors can set the TPID to different values. So for compatibility with these different devices, modify the TPID value so that frames carry a TPID value identical to a value of particular vendor. Next, we'll discuss about native VLAN. 802.1q implements the concept of native VLAN. Frames belonging to the native VLANs are untagged, which means it does not have an 802.1q tag on the Ethernet frame. Or you can say 802.1q does not add an 802.1q header to the frame in the native VLAN. 802.1q defines one special VLAN ID on each trunk as the native VLAN. By default, VLAN 1 is the native VLAN. We can change this if we want. When your Cisco switches receive an Ethernet frame without the tag on 802.1q enable interface, it will assume that it belongs to the native VLAN. Because of this behavior, both switches must agree on which VLAN is the native VLAN. Native VLAN is a .1q concept that was created for backward compatibility with old devices such as hubs that do not support VLAN.